Hello, it's Matthew with Swordslinger Custom Holsters, and this video absolutely has nothing to do with holsters or leather work. It actually has to do with radios. As a hobby, I play with different types of radios, and I've been playing with this little GMRS radio for the past couple weeks, and I really like it. So I thought I'd just do a video on it just for fun. I got this, my wife and I, we both bought one a couple weeks ago, and I really like this radio. It's a Baofeng GM-15 Pro, and it's a GMRS radio, but you can also program it to listen to some ham stations as well, but you can only broadcast on GMRS radio frequencies. And let's see, you're able to scan here. You can go through here. I'm inside the house, so probably not going to pick up anything, but you can go through all the FRS and GMRS radio frequencies, as well as the other frequencies that you have programmed in to go through there, and you can scan. Like here I have it programmed H, LSU, and HDEN. Those are different repeaters in my area, but they're ham repeaters. Now I can't talk on those frequencies, but I can listen to them. And here's all the FRS stations. And one thing I like about these is they're really heavy duty for the price. You can look them up on Amazon. They're not a whole lot of money for what you get. But my wife and I, we have talked with each other. I think the farthest we've got on these radio to radio is about 5.5, 6 miles. And that, it really depends on the location. I'm in South Louisiana, so we don't have a whole lot of hills, so that's a pretty flat area, but there's a lot of trees. Now that was, one area we got 4.68 miles, and that was trees from the entire way, but the elevation went up slightly, like probably about 50 feet. So it's in certain spots. Now I know if we go in another area of the area that we live in, the parish, we don't get much at all. But if you go the other way, it's a little higher elevation. We can actually have a conversation on these, 5, 6 miles away, radio to radio, not using a repeater. And I can listen to ham frequencies, like the ham repeaters and things like that in our area. And I don't know if you can see that or not, but you can flip through there and read the different, you can see the different frequencies and things like that. But I have all this programmed in there using a Radiosity software. And you also have the weather band as well. And they'll scan through. And keep in mind, I'm in the house right now, so the signal is not going to be the best. Now, one thing I did do on this radio, now we bought the set where they both come in a set together, and it did come with two different antennas. It came with this long antenna here, and this came with the set. And this one works really well. The little tiny rubber duck style antenna that came with it did not work very well. I would recommend upgrading those. But on my radio, my personal radio here, I have a Nagoya NA771. Actually, it says Lloydton there on the thing, but it's a Nagoya. It's the same brand, just a different name on it, and it works real good. But both of these, I would say, the antennas are pretty equal. We've talked to each other on them. This is the setup for about 5, 6 miles away, and they work really well. And they're just really good all-around multi-purpose radios. And now it is only about 5 watts, so you're not going to get a whole lot of power out of it unless you're high up on a mountain or a big hill. Then you can go line of sight with these radios. And you see, you hold the weather button down and it goes back to, well, it's supposed to go back. Sometimes it takes a minute. But there you go. And the one thing I don't like about this radio that I have with other Baofengs is you can't monitor both stations here at the same time. You have to switch you have to switch back and forth, and you do it just by hitting that and don't hold it down. I wish you could monitor both of them, but you know, it's still a good radio regardless of that. You also have a little light on there. All of these little Chinese radios have lights, and then you have an FM radio as well that you can use. If you're outside, you can listen, and let's see if we can scan. Let's see. There you go. So you can listen to FM radio while you're out, and then if you want to switch over to talk, you can hit the talk button and you can listen to the radio while you're waiting for someone to talk. So it's pretty handy, but for the price, you just can't beat it. One good feature that I really like about this that other Baofengs don't have is it has a Usbc charging port, and you can charge it up just using a phone charger. The clip does attach the battery. I don't think it's kind of goofy myself, because if you get other batteries, you're going to have to take the clip off or have a clip on every battery. But I just charge it up using a phone charger, and you can charge it up in the car a whole lot easier. So anyway, that's a Baofeng GM-15 Pro. Real good radio. I would highly recommend getting one. You just can't beat them for the price, and they're just really heavy-duty radios for the money that you're putting into them. And you can listen to a bunch of different frequencies. You can even program some emergency frequencies too, to listen to fire and rescue and things like that. You cannot transmit on them, but you can listen to them. And on top of all the different ham frequencies and things like that. I'm not sure if it will tell you on the back here what, let's see, what the frequency range is. I didn't look it up before I did this radio, but Baofeng two-way radio. It's set up for transmitting on GMRS. That's all it can. Voltage is 7.4 volts, and anyway, but yeah, really good radio. I would highly recommend getting one. It is well worth the money. Anyway, thanks for watching.